Good morning, students. In this class, we can discuss about transport number. Transport number. Transport numbers means it is indicated with T, small t. Okay. Transport number means the fraction of total current carried by an ion. The fraction of total current carried by an ion is called transport number. Okay. The transport number of cation is equal to the ratio of current carried by cation. Cation means positively charged ion by total current. Okay. Next, the transport number of an ion is equal to current carried by an ion by total current. First, transport number means the fraction of total current carried by an ion is called transport number. The transport number of cation is equal to current carried by cation by total current. The transport number of anion is equal to current carried by anion by total current. Next, if UA and UC are the velocities of both anion and cation. Anion means negative and cation means positive. Okay, velocities of anion and cation. Next, the first current carried by cation is directly proportional to the current carried by cation is directly proportional to velocity of cation. Okay, velocity of cation means UC, that is directly proportional to UC. That means is equal to some constant into UC. Okay, next, same way the current carried by anion is directly proportional to velocity of anion, that is UA, that is equal to some constant K into UA. Okay, this is the current carried by cation, current carried by anion. Next, the total current carried by both anion and cation is directly proportional to both anion and cation. Okay, is directly proportional to UA plus UC. Okay, sum of velocity of anion and velocity of cation, that is equal to some constant into UA plus UC. Okay. Now, the transport number of cation is equal to the transport number of cation is equal to current carried by cation. Current carried by cation means the current carried by cation is equal to K into UC. That means KUC by total current. Total current means the total current carried by both anion and cation is equal to K into UA plus UC. That means K into UA plus UC. Okay, K cancelled. Then the transport number of cation, that is equal to TC. Transport number of cation is equal to UC by UA plus UC. Okay. Next, the same way the transport number of anion The transport number of anion. Anion Ta is equal to current carried by anion means K into UA. That means K UA by total current means K into UA plus UC. Now K cancelled. Then transport number of anion is equal to UA by UA plus UC. Okay, this is the transport number of cation. This is the transport number of anion. Then the sum of transport number of cation and the anion is equal to, that means Ta plus Tc is equal to UA by UA plus UC plus Tc means UC by UA plus UC. That means UA plus UC by UA plus UC LCM. That means the sum of transport number of cation and anion is always equal to 1. This is the condition. The transport number of anion plus transport number of cation is always equal to 1. Then Tc is equal to 1 minus Ta. Okay, this is the transport number. Okay, experimental determination of transport number. Experimental determination of transport number by using Hittorf's method. Okay, this method is based on the principle that the falling concentration around anode or the falling concentration around any electrode is proportional to the speed of the ions, proportional to the speed of the ions moving away from the electrode. Okay, this method is based on the principle that the falling concentration around any electrode, both cathode or anode, okay, around any electrode is proportional to the speed of the ions moving away from the electrode. That means the transport number of cation, that means Tc is equal to the falling concentration around anode by total amount deposited. Okay, total amount deposited. The transport number of cation is equal to the falling concentration around anode by total amount deposited. Okay, in this method, okay, we can consider the diagram. This is the diagram for Hittorf's method. In this diagram, first we can take two glass tubes. This is the glass tube. Okay, we can consider two glass tubes which having bulbs at the bottom. Okay, glass tubes having bulbs at the bottom. Okay, these two glass tubes are fitted in U-shaped tube. Fitted in U-shaped tube at the middle. Okay, then these bulbs have stop clock. These three are stop clocks. Okay, have stop clocks at the bottom. This is used for the withdrawing the solution. This is used for the withdrawing the solution. Okay, next. In first glass tube, okay, this whole apparatus is filled with AgNO3 solution, standard AgNO3 solution. Okay, the first glass tube contains silver wire. It acts as an anode. Okay, the second glass tube contains silver foil. It acts as a cathode. Okay, then these two electrodes, anode and cathode, these two electrodes are jointed to voltmeter, are connected to the voltmeter. Okay, next, now procedure. Now we can apply the current, this is ammeter. Okay, now we can apply the current to whole operator for 2 to 3 hours, then the ions can be moved. Okay, in this operator consists of AgNO3 solution. Okay, now we can apply the current 2 to 3 hours, then the ions can be moved. After completion of electrolysis, some amount of silver is deposited in the voltmeter. That is capital W grams. This is the amount of silver present in the voltmeter. This indicates the total amount of current is passed through the operator. Okay, total amount of current is passed through the operator is capital W grams. Next, after completion of electrolysis, we can take some amount of AgNO3 solution from anode bulb. Okay, we can take some amount of AgNO3 solution from anode bulb. This AgNO3 solution can titrate with potassium thiocyanate solution. Thio means sulfur. Okay, hexa means nitrogen. Okay, we know. Potassium thiocyanate. This AgNO3 solution is titrated with sodium thiocyanate. Okay, from this we can find out the amount of silver. From this titration we can find out the amount of silver present in AgNO3 solution. Okay, AgNO3 solution after electrolysis, that is small w grams. Okay, first we can apply the current. Okay, the ions can be moved. Then after completion of electrolysis, some amount of silver is present in voltmeter. Okay, that is capital W. That indicates the total amount of current passed through the operator. Okay, next, after completion of electrolysis, some amount of AgNO3 is taken from the anode bulb. Okay, this is titrated with potassium thiocyanate. Okay, from this titration we can find the amount of silver present in AgNO3 solution after electrolysis is small w grams. Okay, the difference between the amount of silver deposited in the voltmeter and the amount of silver present in AgNO3 solution after electrolysis is, that means the fall in concentration around anode. This is anode. You can take AgNO3 solution from anode. So the fall in concentration around anode is equal to capital W minus small w. Okay. Then the transport number of cation. Here cation means Ag plus. Here AgNO3 means Ag plus NO3 minus. Ag plus and NO3 minus. Here cation means Ag plus. Okay, that means the transport number of Ag plus is equal to the falling concentration around anode. That means capital small w by total amount deposited. Total amount deposited means capital W. Okay, this is the transport number of silver. Next, the transport number of NO3 minus present in the solution is equal to, we know TA plus TC is equal to 1. That means TC is equal to 1 minus TA. And this is the TA. So TA is equal to 1 minus TC. That means 1 minus TC means transport number of cation. So capital W minus small w by capital W. This is the transport number of anion, that is NO3 minus. This is the transport number of cation, that is an Az plus.